Hi Kingsway, I'm Rochelle and I'm here with Dr. Lavender to talk about facility improvements around the school.
Hey, Rochelle. Thanks for having me today. So, if you had a chance to walk through the high school as we started the school year, you probably have noticed a few changes. Probably the area that's getting the most attention right now is the new Student Center, which was formerly the North Media Center. We have reconfigured that space. It's now a student center that gives access to all of our students, grades 9 through 12, and it was really modeled after more of a college setting. We had a chance to look at a few different colleges, big universities, and the spaces there are maybe a little bit bigger than what we have to offer, but it's a wonderful space. This morning I was down there. I watched groups of students working in those booths, and they were connecting their Chromebooks to the TV, and they were able to do a joint project together. And so that space it's warm, it's inviting, it's a little bit of a different look and feel. Inside the student center, we also have the wellness center, and that area is designed for whether it be individual or small group counseling. Mr. Phillip and Ms. Corcoran and Ms. Quenzel, they'll be utilizing that space for special types of meetings and different groups, and so that's an exciting room as well. In addition to that space, we also have two new classrooms down there. One's an open format, which gives you more of a college feel. The other one is more of a typical classroom that is a little bit more current. On the south side of the high school, we're excited to have converted two classrooms into a new state-of-the-art science lab. And so for those students who are taking classes down there, you have a chance to, Ms. Hess is in that classroom. You get a chance to see that room and what that has to offer. So we're excited about that. Now, a big upgrade that we made this year to the high school that most of you don't see, but you definitely feel, are significant improvements to our HVAC system. So they're not all completely done. We do have some supply chain issues because we're waiting on some parts coming from overseas. But that said, we have new air conditioning units going into the high school. We also ran new lines through the ceiling. So if you look above the ceiling, you got new lines that are running that system. That has all been upgraded. So in addition to that, if you go into the West Cafeteria, you probably have had and bought lunch, you probably have had a chance to notice that we have changed all of the serving lines and all of the equipment back there where you're storing the food. All of that is brand new, state-of-the-art stuff, and so we're also excited about that. One last thing, I don't want to fail to mention this. On Dragon Drive, the road that wraps around the high school, we spent some time really painting the do not enter signs. It's important that everybody recognizes that Dragon Drive is a one-way. The reason why it's a one-way is because when so many students are coming out in the back of the building, you have so many blind spots drivers can't see. So we're asking everybody, student drivers, faculty, staff, and members of the community, not to go the wrong way down that one way. So you will see that we have painted a lot of signage on the roads that say do not enter. We also converted that yield sign to a stop sign. So there are a few of the updates, facility updates we have at the high school.
Well, thank you so much for coming out.
No, well, thank you for having me.
You know this as the former North Media Center. It's now been redesigned as a new space for students to engage in both digital media and take care of their wellness. Let's take a look around the space.
Okay, so where are we going first?
One of the features of the new space is a brand new classroom. This is a space where students will engage in both AVID classes as well as English classes. Let's take a quick look inside.
So how often will this room be used?
This room is scheduled for classes almost every period of the day. As we go through the space, you'll see that it's been redesigned for the 21st century learner. Students will use this space to collaborate, to think critically, to build a sense of community. This space will be open during the day, just as it was for a media center, but teachers may also reserve this space to bring their classes. As we go through the space, you'll see spaces that are built for students to both work independently and to collaborate. Work throughout the summer ensured that this space was wired for our students' one-to-one Chromebooks to be plugged in so that they can come down here and engage with their one-to-one technology or unplug. You'll see that the booths have TVs. This will allow students to plug their Chromebooks in. You may find students working collaboratively on a Google Slide, Google Doc, or even viewing common resources together.
So what's this room behind us?
Behind us, we have a student wellness center. This is a space where you'll see small group counseling sessions, as well as opportunities for students to meet with clubs, activities, and possibly even college visits. Our school counseling department will be scheduling this room to ensure that it's best used for our students.
What kind of student would we find in this wellness center?
The Student Wellness Center could be used by any student. Counselors will schedule sessions based on student needs. As we make our way around, you can see all of the different opportunities for students to plug in their devices. Printing stations are still found here where students can print and make copies. This space will still be the home to our library media specialist, Miss Connor, where she'll be able to promote information, media, and technology literacy. In the far corner is an open classroom that can be utilized by students for independent study or can be reserved by teachers to bring their class to enjoy a different classroom space that affords tables so that students can collaborate.
So how does a student like myself get to come down to the wellness center?
Students can access this space with their teacher in the classroom, or they may find themselves down here during study hall, during SMART, or if they're in need of assistance finding information from the Library Media Center specialist. During SMART, this space is reserved as an eating location and is a silent study space. So the services provided in a traditional media center can still be provided here. And then we wanted to balance that need with a place that is peaceful and provides space for students to not only engage in their learning needs, but also have their social and emotional needs attended to.
Well, awesome. Thank you for showing us around today.
Thank you. I'm excited to see the space in action. Have a great year, Dragons.